Hiya, friends! Hope you're having a fantastical day. Welcome to Cheers and Chills. My name is James McDermott, and today we're going to go on another spooky adventure. We're finishing up our 5-borough tour of New York and visiting a park. Cortlandt Park is located in the Bronx, New York. There is so much history to this place, so I'll try to keep this as brief as possible. The forest in the park has been around for about 17,000 years. It was first inhabited by the Lenapes. Most Lenape were pushed out of their homeland by expanding European colonies. This land was taken over by a man named, I hope I don't butcher it, Jacobus van Cortlandt and his family. He used the property as a grain plantation. This plantation not only included the Van Cortlandt family, but also countless slaves that were forced to work day in and out. I couldn't find a record as to how many slaves were actually on the property, but there is a cemetery still on site, although it has been desecrated over the years. The burial site can be found adjacent to the Kingsbridge burial ground. So, in 1748, Jacobus's son Frederick built the Van Cortlandt house, but died before its completion. A family burial site can also be found on site, and is now actually called Vault Hill. Now, the land was used during the American Revolution by both the Loyalists and the Patriots, kind of like a middle ground. However, on August 31st, 1774, at the height of the American Revolutionary War, over 40 people were slaughtered in an ambush, what has now come to be known as the Stockbridge Indian Massacre. Now, the Stockbridge militia was known as the Stockbridge Indians. They were a group of people who were of mixed native and European blood. As a result of the massacre, bodies of the natives and militia were buried in the park, and is said to be the center of paranormal activity on site. Paranormal activity is also heavily reported coming from the Van Cortlandt house itself. Objects moving from room to room, whispering voices, and chanting heard in the distance of an unknown language. Although the park is now used by residents of the Bronx as a leisurely escape from the city and to find relaxation, many spooky reports have been noted. Strange feelings, unexplained voices, and constant shadows being seen out of the corner of the eye are all reports from locals. Now, I know that was so much history to this place, and I'm going to try and cover most of it in person, but this park is over 1,400 acres, so we'll see. I'm picking up my friend Kelly to come with me again because I'm going to need an extra pair of eyes on this one, so let's go. Spooky adventure time! So we're here. There's a lot of snow, but we're gonna try and get as much as we can. It is very pretty. So I am in front of the Van Cortlandt house right now, and it has been turned into a museum, so there are many people around it right now, so I'm trying to get shots that are not so chaotic, because there's also children running around. Be nice to the kids.
No.
We're both teachers. So if we stay on this path, it's supposed to lead us to the burial sites. Walking backwards is not our forte. So these are called the Grand Central Stones. And interesting fact, they are actually stones from Grand Central Station when it was first created. And they placed them here kind of as a commemoration. So this is the Kingsbridge Burial Ground. In here is where more of the wealthy white people were buried, I believe. So the burial site for the slaves is supposed to be somewhere around here, but it's unmarked. And unfortunately, there is so much snow. So I believe we're in a location where the burial site for the slaves are. It's so desecrated that you can only see the very, very tops of the stones that were laid out for them, and everything is covered in snow. So I can't really find it right now, and I don't want to disturb anything. It is really terrible, though, that there is no marked spot for these people. How do you feel?
Sad. A little sad. Do you feel sad?
I do. But like a sad in a way, like, yes, I'm sad for the situation, but like you also get like a sadness here, which I feel like on all the other trails it was just very calm.
Like we appreciated the nature more, but it definitely feels like heavier here.
Yes, that's a good word, heavy. Let's keep looking.
Okay, so which way do you want to go? Do you want to go the way that we started out, so we're going like
this
circling
way
back, or do you want to go in like the unknown territory that we have not seen yet?
I'm being pulled this way. I don't know what is there.
Let's find out.
Okay. So we're underneath the bridge right now, and I think it's just a walkway bridge, but it's kind of giving me a headache.
I definitely understand why you're saying that, because I agree.
Let's see where else this is going to lead us. Oh, a lot of snow.
Woo.
Look, a bridge.
Oh, this looks so nice. Like, look at this. Disrespectful.
When we first came in here, it was kind of like a sense, like I said before, a sense of calmness. It might have been because we were excited to be in the park. And when we were on the other trail, we did feel that heaviness, that sadness. I don't know, here, you know, we're surrounded by the woods and the forest, but it just feels like kind of like chaos. And if it makes any sense, a peaceful chaos?
I agree with you with chaos. I didn't want to talk over you while you were talking before, but like I just feel like I kind of want to know more in this spot. Like I feel like there's something, I don't know, not spoken about that I would like to know.
So it hit me, the feeling, it's like a vibration. Just, I kind of feel like it's going like this in between, like, my brain and the trees and the wind.
So you're feeling it this way.
Yes. So, like, I understand, like, your explanation of, like, wanting to know more. It's kind of like, what is it that I'm hearing and seeing and feeling? And it is, like, that peaceful chaos.
Because, like, we're framed in by a lot, and
Yes.
this path is really empty.
Very empty. The only
But,
path.
like, mentally clear in this path.
Yes, it's the only path that's actually been empty this entire time.
It's true.
So there is so much to the Native American culture. I'm not even going to begin to describe it because I'm not an expert. But we don't know really what happened here before, the white colonies decided to take over. There's so much history on this exact land that is just unknown to us. And really because we never bothered to ask.
Definitely want to know more, though.
They have tours here. So there is so much that I did not get to see, so much that was covered by snow that I wanted to see. But again, this place is 1,400 acres, so there's only so much that I could do. This is definitely the biggest historical place that I have visited so far. And I would love to actually come back here when the weather is nicer out. Thank you to Kelly for coming with me.
Of course.
Maybe I will see other things while editing. But if not, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. I will list all of my other social medias down below. Please subscribe. Thank you for watching. And tell your friends, because we are an itty bitty baby channel. And this concludes our 5-borough tour of New York. I will see you next week for a spooky story time. Cheers.
So I'm just gonna film while James is in the bathroom for him to find when he's editing stuff out later. And show you some of the nature surrounding me. Thought I heard you make a sound.
I did. I weeped because there were spiders.
That's the scariest thing we saw today.